What's up, you guys? Good to see you as always here on Grassroots Gardening. I promised you last week that we're going to pull up this garlic, and even though I don't have the highest of expectations, we're about to see what it looks like underground. It's been planted since last fall. If you remember, we planted a couple different varieties. I know I've got one that we planted actual cloves, or I'm sorry, bulbs from the grocery store. We did some Softneck and we did some hardneck. So let's get busy digging and just keep our fingers crossed. Let's see if we can get over here. We'll start on the left side. We use some of our little copper tags here. All right, so this is a row of the Softneck right here. Now, had the raccoons, now if y'all watch the past videos, you know the raccoons have just been giving me a fit, and they came in here and just, I don't know what they did, but they jacked the garlic all kinds of ways up. So anyway, we've got row of Softneck right here, another row of Softneck, and then my tag is missing. Wait a minute, no it's not. It just got pushed down. That's why I love these copper tags, because they last forever. So here's the grocery store row, and then over here we have got, let's see, this is our hardneck or our porcelain garlic way over here on this row. So 4 rows of garlic total. We're going to start over here with the first row of Softneck and just see what it looks like. Now, you're supposed to harvest the garlic. You'll hear different things from different people. I tend to go with when half of the leaves turn brown. Some people say 4 leaves turn brown. I kind of go with, you know, when half of the top of the leaf of the garlic turns brown. That's when I say it's ready. This one is probably about halfway there. You see these have shriveled up, so you know, I'm kind of scared to dig this one up just because the raccoons jacked it up so bad. But ain't no sense in waiting. I'm gonna go ahead and dig down beside the clove. So we planted, you know, just a single clove. There's some kind of little centipede in there, and we do have an actual bulb. It's not bad. It's not near as big as I had hoped it would be, but the one clove of garlic that we planted here last fall has turned into an entire bulb. Again, not the biggest that I've ever seen, but given the fact of all the raccoon activity, and I just didn't really, you know, tend to this raised beds like I should have over the spring because we were so busy at the garden center, I'm not super disappointed. We'll just lay that one right there. Let's just see. Let's see if we can pull this next one up. Yeah, you can. And it's kind of a lopsided bulb, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 or 7 cloves on there. So again, not horrible. That one about the same. And this one, pretty much the whole top has died on him. So let's see what he look. Hey, that's a much better looking one. A little funky and lopsided, but not a bad size for him. And we got to get these old weeds out of here. Everything's growing so crazy fast right now with the rain that we've had lately. There's Pepe over there in the window watching us. But everything's growing so crazy fast lately, and the weeds are absolutely no exception. Here's another one, all the way completely dead, probably due to the parties the raccoons have been having in here. Not a bad looking one. Oh, that one kind of broke on us a little bit. Let's dig down. Feels like a decent one. Yeah, that's not bad. That's probably the best one. Yeah, they're just growing a little bit funky. I don't know, maybe it was trying to even produce another bulb coming off the bottom here, because you got a whole bulb formed on the top, and then this one little giant clove down here coming off the bottom of him. All right, so to keep these straight, I'm going to take them over here with the tag, and we're going to lay them down, and we'll see what our total harvest looks like in just a minute. It smells amazing though. I'm going to grill out here in a little bit, so I might just go ahead. Normally what we want to do is let this dry for about 2 weeks in a nice cool dark place, but I might just throw some on the grill tonight just to experiment. Yeah, I remember now we did 2 rows of Softneck. So we planted this, what was it, last October? So it just kind of didn't do a whole lot through the winter. But, you know, during the spring, that's when I really saw the green tops start shooting up. And then, of course, these cloves will start forming in early spring. And we are in the month of June right now. And this is traditionally late May, early June is when they get ready. So I'm gonna stick my tag right there so I don't forget. This is a whole nother row of the Softneck. Hey, that ain't a bad one. And some people will take and braid these tops together and then hang them and dry them, but well, I don't know how to braid, so we're not doing that. That's a little earthworm. Look at him up in there. That's great. We have earthworms in this garden, man. They just play such a critical role in keeping your soil healthy. I can tell you one thing, there ain't gonna be no vampires around here because this garlic is really kicking, but it smells wonderful. There's another little clove. It's not as big as I had hoped, but I'll take it. They're pretty looking cloves though, aren't they? And one thing I shouldn't be doing is rubbing on them right now, rubbing that skin off. I'm going to lightly rinse these with the hose in a little bit, and then I'm going to hang them up probably in my pantry and let them dry again for, you know, at least a week. Nice, healthy little cloves though. And it's neat to me because we just planted, and I keep saying cloves, nice, healthy little bulbs. But the neat thing to me is you plant the one clove and you get a whole bulb in just a few months. And the great thing about it too is you know that all of these are organic. It's going to be healthy for us and it's going to taste delicious, I'm sure. And there's our next row of the same variety. That's our Softneck. That's what we grow down here in the southeast, especially where we are in zone 8B. And it looks like we missed a potato from last year. This dude's done sprouted up and he's kind of in our way. Yeah, he hasn't formed anything just yet. Let's see, let me make sure. Dig way down there. Well, just accidentally pulled up one of our garlics trying to see if there were any potatoes on here. And he's gonna be in the row that we were going for anyway. And this one is which one? I can't remember. Okay, this is gonna be our grocery store garlic row right here. So I guess we'll just come back to this end. So this is a bulb I bought from the grocery store and planted it just about the same time as we did our Softneck, just to see what happens from grocery store garlic. And that's pretty pathetic right there, to be honest. I think I mentioned this in the video when we planted the grocery store garlic. Sometimes they spray them with growth regulators so that they don't grow on the shelves. And it looks like that chemical might have lasted a little bit longer than they had anticipated, because all these bulbs, that was not bad. This little dude right here for sure had some trouble. Oh yeah, that one too. That's interesting, isn't it? That's why I planted it, just to experiment. You always hear people say, don't plant garlic from the grocery store. That's not a bad one though. That's definitely usable. And then this one's got a nice fat stalk on him. Let's see what he looks like. Hey, that ain't bad at all right there, y'all. I don't know. That's why we do these experiments, just to see what happens. Another little guy. He's decent. And about the same. One thing for sure, we're going to have enough garlic for quite some time. But there's your grocery store results right there. Maybe one or two nice bulbs. The rest of them are a little on the small side. All right, now for our hardneck or porcelain garlic. I've never grown this variety before. It's really not the preferred variety for down here in the south in the heat. And kind of interesting. The cloves seem to be a little bit further apart, but you can definitely, I know y'all can't feel it, but man, that neck in there, that center part is really rigid and really hard. hence the name. And this is probably the biggest stalk out of any of them. Oh, it's not coming out of the ground. That's exciting. Let's see what this one's all about. Oh man. Wow, check that out, y'all. Look at all those nice big fat cloves. This one, unless I just accidentally ripped, oh yeah, I ripped the bulb in half. That's interesting though, that how the cloves are much more separated than the soft-necked, but nice big old fat cloves. And we got some old stupid crabgrass in the way. I think I'm going to dig down and dig these up versus pulling them, because since those cloves are so separated, they're grabbing the dirt and wanting to rip apart. That's a nice pretty bulb right there. And I also let this one, so I cut the scapes off of most of them. The scape is the flower head. I cut it off of most of them. I left it on this one just to see, you know, what it would do to the taste or to the size of the bulb. Still a very healthy looking bulb of garlic, and the flowers are really kind of interesting. I've actually never seen the flower head or the scape of a hardneck porcelain garlic before. Kind of cool. Get out of here, stupid crabgrass. Let's dig down beside this guy. He's got a nice big stalk on him too, but very small bulb. Same with this dude right here. Another nice little small bulb. These might have been planted a little bit too close together. So not only for the bulb development, I think I'll plant them a little bit further away next time, just because the, you know, the canopies on these can get kind of big and they kind of shade each other out, and they'll be competing for sun. But so far, you know, I'm not totally bummed out with our garlic harvest. Come back and grab my half a bulb that I accidentally ripped off. Maybe that's the one we'll cook tonight and just experiment with. And there we have it, guys. So we got softneck, grocery store, and hardneck. And just as it should, the softneck has performed way better down here in zone 8B, because, well, that's just it just grows better in our warmer climate. But we've got some really nice bulbs in there, man. I'm excited. The grocery store, you know, again, it was just an experiment, because I always heard don't plant grocery store garlic, and I mean, we got some decent bulbs on there, and I'll let you guys know after I eat some of them here in a few weeks how the taste difference was. The hardneck, though, has got to be the most interesting to me. That's probably the biggest. Let's see, well, maybe not quite the biggest, but the most interesting forming. This is the first time I've grown the hardneck, and you can see that center right there. I mean, that thing, let me see if I can, it's really actually hard to even break it, but that's the neck, hence the name hardneck, versus these down here with all really soft, flimsy necks. But all in all, not a bad harvest at all. Now what we can do after this garlic dries out in the pantry, we could throw it in the refrigerator, and then if we can keep it, you know, fresh enough until fall time, we could plant a few of the cloves again and just do it all over again. That's the neat thing about growing garlic, is really, if you do it right, you only have to buy it one time, and you can just keep producing garlic over and over, year after year. Pretty cool project. We got a lot of content coming up from the big garden. We've got squash, very ready over here, tomatoes, beans, okra, all kinds of cool stuff coming up. So subscribe if you hadn't. It's free. Hit the notifications bell for upcoming videos. Of course, give it a thumbs up if you don't mind. I appreciate your support. The more you know, the more you grow. I'll see you on the next video.